Yeah, our weekend was another tough one, but I think there were some moments when we settled in to a little bit more recognizable just team and unit in general, and our goal was to continue to fight to become a team. We're very young, but I don't want that to be an excuse either. We need to fight to be organized and fight to be exactly who we are, and that's definitely capable. So, yeah, we played some really good competition. I thought we played better each match. Had some individual, really good moments, and yeah, we're just happy to be at home. So we're gearing up to be here. It's a tournament of sorts. I say that just because Montana State's joining. We're not playing them, so not everybody's playing everybody, but it's going to be a fun one, and with soccer being here too, there's just lots of Griz to enjoy this weekend. So we're excited.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember last year being a year of some up and downs for the team as well. There were times where you guys were on fire, times where you struggled a bit. Do you kind of see something similar to this year where maybe the team's struggling now, but they could catch fire at some point as well?
Yeah. Last year at this point, we'd only won kind of one more match than where we are right now. We had a pretty slow start, especially with such a veteran group last year. And then we kind of caught our momentum, and preseason is tough, and especially playing teams in the West. It's just, we've been playing some really good teams. And yeah, I think we have a group that at any moment we can kind of find ourselves and hit some big momentum, and things can change. So we're just trying to stay engaged with that, feel those uncomfortable places where we're falling short and really learn from those, and then keep our eyes on the future where, we can become our best self at any time. So I still think there's lots to look forward to. The season's just beginning, and we're, as a young team, understanding what that feels like. Most of them haven't gone through a whole season yet even, so they just don't know what it feels like to be in phase one, and we're in the middle of phase one. So yes, I do think that there's lots of chances for momentum to swing the other way.
Talking about a lot of good teams you play, obviously. How do you the way you want to get past that, but how do you take those good things and hopefully translate it into Big Sky Conference play?
Yeah, I think we've been playing teams that I think would finish in the top half, if not the top third of the conference. Some of them would be in the very top. So, you only need to learn that lesson so many times, but I think it's good that we have seen teams and have them expose us in ways that won't be a surprise when we get to conference. And so, I don't know, every step along the way we've felt closer to that. So I think it's just a good measurement of here's what the best is, especially in our conference, and here's where we are falling short, and then get back to practice and work on it. So yeah, it's the hard lessons, but lots of them to learn. So I think it's a good thing.
Sometimes with young teams, when they go on a tough stretch, they get down on themselves. Mm-hmm. What have you preached to the younger kids to keep their head up?
Yeah, I think it's just, we've been talking a lot about the things that we're willing to look at without running away. And I think when you are young and you've been put under pressure for the first time, and you feel that little bit of discouragement of, well, okay, this is a little harder than I thought, or we're not doing as well as we thought we would. It's how you respond to that, and your willingness to not run away from some shortcomings that makes you go from a good player to a great player. And so we want to be a team that wants to be challenged, and I want them to love the grind of it. And part of the grind sometimes is losing, and being able to get back at it, not let it define you, and kind of, I don't know, enjoy that process and not run from it, I think is a big thing we're talking about. And the great thing about young players is that they don't have the weight of a lot of losses. They kind of bounce back pretty quick. So I think in the locker room things are still pretty light, and they're ready to go and prove themselves. And that's been fun, and that's been, in a reverse way, great for our staff to just have the team be like, all right, we're good, let's go again. So I think it's been nice.
What do you think some of these freshmen have taken from seeing some of these really good teams, Gonzaga, and some of these really talented teams out in California that they might not have seen players quite of that caliber yet?
Mm-hmm.
And, what do you think they took from that?
It's eye-opening, definitely, and I think you have to be inspired. And it's great to be able to see an example of what your goals are for yourself. And so I think a lot of them have seen some play and some individual players where they say, okay, that's my new standard for myself and for this team. And it's one thing to say it and know that there's a higher level out there, but it's one thing to see it and have it be coming at you. And so I think that's pretty formative and pretty motivating for sure.
Being back at home, what
Yes.
does that mean to you and this team?
Oh, yeah, it's hosting's always tricky. I think preseason is tricky to get teams to come to Missoula, not because I think people love coming here, but it's just a little bit further away from most teams. And traveling here, sometimes you have to convince people to travel this far, but we put on a wonderful tournament. It's great for our community to see teams from outside our region come and compete against us, and just especially with our team being so new, to be able to play in front of our home crowd, be more comfortable, sleep in our own beds, and just have the confidence of being at home, I think will make a big difference. I think just playing against UND, which is definitely a really good team. They won our conference 2 years ago, and how we came out against them was very different than how we've been starting our most recent matches. So I think just being at home there will show up a little bit more like that, and get into our comfort zones a little bit earlier.
You had a great home crowd last year with some of those tournaments. Even you nearly filled at least the lower bowl of, not even the WAG of, I forget. Delbert.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That one.
It was loud in there for some of those games. What kind of home court advantage does that provide the girls?
Oh, it's so thrilling to play in that type of environment, and I think the wonderful thing about the arena is it feels like the big stage, and the sound kind of surrounds you, and the fans are a little bit more comfortable how the seating arrangements are here, and they really get into it. I think we had the band for MSU, which made it just, I don't know, that gives me goosebumps. It just reminds me it's just the best game day experience you can have. And so I think their confidence, knowing that more and more people are watching us play and their connection to the community is growing year after year, just makes home games a really special time for them to share volleyball with everyone they love, family, friends, students, and people that have watched them grow up in this program in our community. So, there's nothing better.